I was gonna wear my DC fandom hat, but as you can see, it's kind of crooked. As we all know, around early summer of 2022, some behind the scenes shots, some leaked photos of the amazing Blue Beetle suit were leaked, and you already know it's gonna be good when the whole unanimous decision amongst us comic book fans was...
It was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
Fast forwarding to early December 2022 now, ccxp, a convention in Brazil, held a DC panel which they showcased some stuff from the new Blue Beetle film. Really cool little bonus, because this was held in Brazil, the title was translated to Besouro Azul. The convention brought out our main stars of the cast, Jolo and Bruna, and also dropped the release date of August 18, 2023, next summer baby, and the first official look, aka our first teaser poster of the Scarab for Blue Beetle. And I'm loving the design for the Scarab Blue Beetle. If I'm looking down throughout this, it's because I have photos of the poster and the suit on my laptop down here. I felt that this was the perfect time to discuss a little bit about the suit. I've done this on my TikTok already a couple of times, doing some breakdowns and some info on the upcoming Blue Beetle film. But now that we have an official look, I felt it was the perfect time to do a full-on video about this. Backtracking a little bit to when the set photos and the behind-the-scenes stills were leaked of the gorgeous suit and seeing how comic accurate this suit was. Now, this is a little bit hypocritical. I don't like the argument, if something's comic book accurate, it automatically makes it great. Clearly, especially when it comes to superhero films that we love near and dear, it's always about story, script, cinematics, visuals. From my point of view, that makes a film great. But this is just a bonus. The fact that this suit looks ripped straight out of the comic book series, holy f***. One of the big things I noticed from the leaked set photos was they got rid of the whole mouth plate. The mouthpiece area of the suit has a very Batman Beyond futuristic feel to it, and I guess it works in the comics. I wasn't really a huge fan of it in Injustice 2, the video game, which is a more closer idea of how it would look in real life. I believe they did that in the Young Justice series as well with the Batman Beyond style mouth, moving mouth. I wasn't really a fan of that. That could very well be implemented in this suit. We don't know, that we haven't seen anything from the film yet. Footage from the film, but it looks like they're going a very Iron Man route with the helmet, just no mouth plate. His voice is probably just going to be emoted through vocally from the suit. Now looking at these set photos, I love the direction the suit is going for. Again, it's a very comic book brought to life with heavy inspiration from Coley Homner's artwork. I apologize if I'm butchering that name, artwork in the comics, but it also has lots of little details that make the suit its own, such as the Scarab design, color palette, and texture. With most Blue Beetle designs we've seen in the comics, it's typically a blue armor with a black undersuit, but as we can see here with the film's interpretation, we're going with obviously the blue armor pieces. We're gonna have some lighter pieces as well, as seen in the concept art, but the under armor pieces are more of like a grayish, purplish hue to it. I'm really into, has a more alien-like texture pattern to it, and then the undersuit is a very saturated blue undersuit with, again, tons of texture going on as well. Very Power Rangers 2017 just whole textured suit armor plating. I'm really lovving this. That was one of like the biggest things that I was expecting out of this suit, was an amalgamation of slight Iron Man tech and the Power Rangers 2017 in terms of style, aesthetics, and design. So when these leaked set photos came out, I was super just happy, just you know, with being comic book accurate, and also just my idea of how this suit would have looked in real life was literally brought to real life. Now, amongst the whole comic book film, comic talk community, we all love the suit going into this scene from the set photos. The one complaint I did see was the size of the helmet. A lot of people were saying it was a little bit too bobblehead, a little bit too big for the suit. Now, we do gotta understand is on these set photos, it's an actual person wearing the helmet. So of course it might not look ideally pleasing to be a little bit smaller like how we've seen in the video games and how it's drawn in the comics. But we gotta understand, realistically, this helmet of course is going to be a little bit bigger as it's laying over somebody's head. Personally, I don't see the helmet looking too big on the actor, on the stunt person wearing the suit. I think it looks proportionate. I think it looks great. And even if it does look a little bit too big, it makes sense. It makes sense that it'll look a little bit too big. I mean, look at Dr. Fate. The helmet's huge. Now, granted, the helmet is meant to be huge, but it didn't look too off-putting or too unpleasing from the eye on screen. Another thing I'm really hoping for, I talked about it before with the 2017 Power Rangers film in terms of the texture of the suit. I really do hope that this has not so much an Iron Man faceplate retractable, but more like a Star-Lord, Black Panther, Power Rangers, how it just retracts, but mainly the Power Rangers 2017, how you still keep the armor around the face, but the faceplate just kind of like fades and dissolves away. Again, I'm so excited, and it's something that I'm so excited for just to see on the big screen, or even on the trailers whenever the trailer first drops. I'm really excited for that. So that's another thing I'm hoping for, that the helmet retracts a la Power Rangers 2017. Before set photos came out, I had a feeling we were gonna get a very Iron Man 1 vibe for this film. Specifically, if you guys watched the behind the scenes of the first Iron Man movie, most of the suit was practical. Now, I completely understand CGI has improved, and maybe it's better financially and time-wise, but this, seeing the whole suit practical, tangible, in person, shows how much love and care the director and Herman Soto, the art crew, how much love and passion Jolo has wearing this whole thing on set. It just speaks volumes to me how passionate this whole team is behind this film. The fact that we got a full real suit, and it looks gorgeous just on set. And guys, keep in mind, this is without any CGI touch-ups, without any lighting, without any color correction. This is the raw suit as is, and it looks amazing. The thing I love, and I dove out of it before, is practicality. I love whether it's costume pieces, prop pieces, I love something being actually tangible. You could feel it, you could interact with it on screen, off screen, interact with the lighting, with the actors. Just having its physical presence makes a whole difference. Viewing it as an audience member, and I'm sure on set interacting with it amongst other actors and the crew. And that's this suit. I love something practical, especially with this being a superhero film brought to life before our eyes in real life. That's what I love about this suit. And in my opinion, that's why. This is the best live action superhero suit we've seen on screen. You heard it here from me. I'm calling it right now. This is the best on-screen live action superhero suit we've seen on the big screen.